In an informal ceremony on February the 22nd, 1991, the keys to the new complex were presented by Captain Bobby Dolby to the Major.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank Captain Dolby very, very much for the kind things he said. And this is obviously a very exciting time for all of us from West Ilsley Stables to have the opportunity of training from this fine yard in 1991 and keeping the West Ilsley team together. We are extremely grateful to Sheikh Hamdan Al Maktoum for having given us the opportunity to do this. As you have seen, it is an extremely well built, and having two yards so close together makes it an ideal training establishment. And without a shadow of a doubt, one of the finest in the country.
The scheme was designed and administered by Savills Building Consultancy in Norwich. After submitting a planning application in February 1990, work commenced in early July, and Savills were able to hand over the entire complex to Shadwell Estates less than 8 months after commencement. This represented a remarkable feat by Savills and the development team, given the complexity and quality of the establishment. A week after completion, the horses were all moved from West Ilsley.
We organised it so that we left home at 7:15 with the horses, and then by 12:30 they were all here. But of course, you've got to get everything ready, the bedding, the water, and everyone to know which boxes they're going in and so on. So the actual way it worked out, I was very pleased.
The facilities and the buildings are second to none, and Dick Hern couldn't be more pleased.
Well, we got two 30-box yards, brick built, all very nice, airy boxes. And they should be healthy because they've never had horses in them before. And we've got up here a 7 furlong, well, it's a mile actually, a mile, 7 and a pull-up, wood chip, all-weather gallop, which has now started to ride very well. And you also saw the 2 furlong trotting track and a furlong round covered ride up here. And that, together with a good lunging ring, means that we've got every facility we want here, and it's all very compact.
The covered ride and the trotting track both have the pacemaker all-weather surface, which is a 97% synthetic material needing very little maintenance. No watering and no salting, yet it's still dust-free and it has no kickback, so ideal for continuous everyday use. With the 1991 season now underway, Dick Hern picks out some of the horses he's most looking forward to running.
Well, of the middle distance horses, Jarfil and I'll Ride. I'll Ride only ran once last year, and he didn't run very well, but I don't think that was his running. But Jarfil was second in the Royal Lodge, and they've both done very well this winter. And I haven't got many fillies, but Soraya ran very well on her only start to finish second. And she could be a nice filly. And of the older horses, well, I got very few 4-year-olds, but Mukdam has also wintered well. He was lightly raced last season because of the second half of the season, I could never get him quite to my liking. He was lethargic and he wasn't himself, but he is himself now.
Nashwan's half-sister is now a 3-year-old.
As a 2-year-old, she was very weak and backward, and I had to be careful not to do too much with her. But she's strengthened up terribly well now. Looks a different filly.
The 8 furlong all-weather canter being used is another of the impressive facilities at Kingwood House. The surfacing is pure hardwood wood fibre, laid over a carefully constructed drainage system, and the canter boasts a specially designed banked 180-degree bend. The canter was constructed by Dryex, who are the only UK-based company devoted exclusively to the design, construction and maintenance of all-weather and grass gallops. They've had a long association with top trainers and studs in the UK. With a string of 60+ and state-of-the-art layout and facilities, Dick Hern looks set to continue his outstanding record.
Well, I think it's very exciting. Everybody, we've all got to get used to the new place and how to work it best. But everyone's settled in very well, and all the staff like it very well. And the horses seem happy here too.